Namaste. Welcome to this session with Vidya Nahar. Please consult your physician to ensure the suitability of the exercises in the following video for your specific needs. The creators and distributors of this video are not responsible for any injuries or damages caused to you by following the exercises demonstrated in this video. Thank you for your interest. Good luck and best wishes. Please keep up your breath and posture awareness throughout this practice.
Okay, so starting on the stomach. Again, if you have your block, just keep it in front of you so that you can reach for it, keeping your arms and your legs fully stretched out. Close your eyes, bring your awareness to this place that you're occupying right now. Feel supported by the earth, by everybody here. By the same token, extend your support to everybody here and around you in your life. We are all independent, interdependent, and ultimately one at the same time. Now stretch your right hand beyond the left hand, right leg beyond the left leg. So while your left hand, left leg still on the floor, you're just stretching right side of the body more. And at the same time, press the right side of the body more firmly down. Just this simple act of stretching more, pressing down more is bringing more blood, energy, oxygen, awareness to the right side of your body. Relax the right side, stretch your left hand beyond the right hand. Just walk your fingertips away and walk your left foot a little more back behind the right foot. So you feel this intentional imbalance, left side longer than the right. The more we are aware of these imbalances, more we can be aware of the balance and the equilibrium. Press the left side of the body more firmly down, making it heavier and longer than the right. Just notice how different it feels when you are in this kind of an imbalance. Relax, let go, divide your body between upper and lower halves and stretch your both arms to the front, keeping your lower body relaxed. So walk your fingertips towards the front wall and notice this activation in the sides of your trunk. So feel all of this with your eyes closed if possible, going more inward. Relax the upper body. Now stretch your legs. Feel the stretch from your hips to your toe tips. Point the toes of your both feet and you're pointing them so much that your knees, thighs come off the floor. Don't squeeze the glutes but just stretch your legs. Now raise your heels, so you're flexing your feet, curl your toes underneath, heels towards the sky. Feel the stretch in the backs of your legs, backs of your knees. Upper body is relaxed, stretches from your hips to your heels. Separate your feet, keeping them flexed, just bring them to the corners of the mat, so it's a V stretch between your inner thighs. And you're still pressing the heels up to the sky with eyes closed. Just scope your body from within. Let your knees drop, turn your toes outward. So you are externally rotating your hips, knees, ankles. And fold your arms in the front. Bring your hands to your opposite elbows. So your trunk is a little bit lifted. Lower your forehead in your forearms. This is Makarasana or crocodile pose. Move your awareness now from your body to your breath. This is an excellent position to practice diaphragmatic breathing. As you exhale, feel that you're drawing the navel in. So even the outer belly is still touching the mat. Feel that you're contracting on the inside with your exhale. And let the stomach relax as you inhale. You don't need to push the belly to the mat. You just have to relax the stomach and the incoming air will do the job for you to fill up the belly, push it towards the mat. You consciously focus on drawing the navel in with exhalation and simply relax with inhalation. So exhalation is active, inhalation is passive. Observe both. Enjoy the rhythm of the body in each breath, not letting a single breath pass unnoticed. With this awareness of body and breath, invite your mind to be a part of this practice. Establish the intention of your being here today. Maybe you are here to learn something new about yourself, or let go of something that has been bothering you, or reinforce whatever you have been practicing, or restore your equilibrium. Test your strengths, challenge your limitations. Go more inwards, spend time with like-minded people, invest time in yourself. Or you are here because your practice allows you to feel focused, strong, flexible, at peace with yourself, with your surroundings, happy, healthy, open to new possibilities. Whatever it is that brings you here, set it in your own words, make it your own practice, and release it. Let it happen at its own pace. Our job is just to practice, let the universe deliver the results. And put your feet together in the back. Come up on your forearms. So we are in this Sphinx position with your upper back supported with your forearms on the floor. Feet are together like a single tail of the Sphinx. The more you press your forearms down, the more you can feel this lift in the spine and elongation all the way from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. We'll practice eye muscle movements. You may stay where you are. I'm just going to turn towards you so you can see what I'm doing with my eyes. So without turning your head, look all the way to your right. You may continue your position as it is, just look to the right side. If you have a window on the right side, look all the way out the window and look all the way to your left. As you're holding your gaze steady, don't hold your breath, continue breathing evenly and look up towards the ceiling with your inhale, just the eyes moving. Eyes are the most overutilized muscles in the body that need stretching too. And look all the way down to the floor with your exhale. So slowly start synchronizing your moves with your breath. Next inhale, look straight ahead as far in the front as you can see. And exhale to the tip of your nose. Look at your left upper corner with your inhale. And right lower corner, exhale, just the eyes. So when you exhale, come back to your navel. Are you drawing the navel in with each exhalation, like you're contracting, squeezing a balloon to throw the air out? Next inhale, look at your right upper corner. This is also alerting your brain. Your eyes are directly attached to the brain. And left lower corner, exhale. Make 3 circular moves with your eyes in one direction, big continuous circles 3 times one way and go the other way 3 times. Activating your peripheral vision in all directions, side vision. Most of the times our frontal visions are very active. And now rapidly blink your eyes several times, releasing the tension from your eyes, eyebrows, forehead. Again, continue where you are. Turn your head to your right side. Just a simple neck stretch. Keep your shoulders relaxed but lift up your upper body. Stretches in the left side of your neck. Turn your head a little bit more to look at your right heel. And turn your head even more to look at your left heel. Come back to the center. As you exhale, look over your left shoulder to the left side like somebody is calling you. Then you turn your head even more to look at your left heel over your left shoulder. So literally see your heel. Turn your head even more to look at your right heel over your left shoulder. And come back to the center. Then lift your head up towards the sky, so you're opening your throat. Again, the more you press your forearms down, the more you can lift up your trunk. As you exhale, bring your chin down to your throat. Feel the stretch in the root of your neck. Massaging your thyroid, keep pressing your chin to your throat like you're sealing the container of your trunk from the top, so like a chin lock. Then roll your head up towards your right with your inhale. Make it a slow, thorough, deep neck rotation. Bring it down towards your left with your exhale. Finish it to the center. Reverse, take it up towards your left with your inhale. Another slow, thorough, deep neck rotation. Down to the right with your exhale. Come back to the center. Extend your arms to the front one more time. So we're going to reach into the shoulders, arms, trunk. Now raise your right arm and a little bit higher and higher. Keep lifting it up. Look at your right arm. Remember to breathe. Hold. Again, the more you press your left arm down, the more you can reach up with your right arm. And slowly lower your right arm. Switching sides, left arm up. First, just in the normal range of motion. Then take it a little bit higher by pressing your right forearm down. Don't tilt your body weight. So if you are turning sideways, see if you can maintain the square position to the mat. So your hips are on the mat. You just lift up the upper body. Left arm a little bit higher. Without turning or twisting your body. Feel this length from your left fingertips to your toe tips in the back. And slowly lower your left arm. Now we're going to add opposite leg. So right arm, left leg. Your right arm, your left leg, like a diagonal half boat kind of position. Hold it there, remember to breathe. So all these spinal elongations are excellent. If you have any back troubles, back issues, practice this. Bend your left knee and reach for your left foot with your right hand. Look over your right shoulder. Reach the pinky toe side of your foot, so you're externally rotating your right shoulder. And look back over your right shoulder. So this is working those posterior obliques. At the same time, lift up your left thigh. Lift up your left hip flexor. So if you sit a lot in your chair, this is a good opener for that hip flexor for your right shoulder. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. Now right hand in the front. Left hand back to the left foot, to the inside of your left foot. So don't switch the leg. This leg is same, left leg. And again lift up that left knee, left thigh. So it's like a half bow now. Left hand to the left foot. Keep lifting your heart up in the front. The more you draw your foot towards you, the more let your foot push into the hand. Now bring your right hand also back. So both hands to that left foot, lift up your chest. Hold it there. So again it's that bow, half bow position. Remember to breathe. Tightening your upper back, opening your heart. And slowly extend your arms and leg. Take your break, relax. Switching sides, left arm, right leg. The other diagonal side, left arm, right leg. Notice if there is a difference between the two sides. So it's not about just doing it, it's also noticing, observing. Take them a little bit higher. Breathe. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. That does not change. So right now you are still elongating your left arm, right leg. Now bend your right knee, reach for your right foot with your left hand, look over your left shoulder. Keep lifting that foot higher up. Hand is on the pinky toe side of your foot. So it's externally rotated. Continue breathing. Left hand to the front, right hand to the right foot. You still have your right knee bent. Keep lifting your foot up. Again, don't overly turn your bodies. You just switching hands, keep facing front. Don't shift the body weight, just lift up the right foot. Remember to breathe. Keep reaching up with your left hand at the same time you are reaching up with your right hand to the right foot is pushing back into the hand. Remember to breathe. And now also bring your left hand back to that right foot. Both hands in the back, keep lifting that right knee up. If your hands are not by the foot, just place them on the back pockets and you still can lift up that right knee. Lift up that right foot. Wherever you reach back, it's fine. Remember to breathe. And slowly lower your right leg. Now bring your both hands underneath your thighs. Palms facing your thighs. So this is now internal rotation of your shoulders. Lift up your both legs together. Lower back extension, both legs up. Little bit higher. So literally push your palms into your thighs and lift up your knees, lift up your thighs. Shalabhasana or locust position. Lower back extension, remember to breathe. Slowly lower your legs and bring out your hands from underneath, hands by your chest. Elbows by the rib cage. Bend your elbows, lift up your heart. Extend your both arms to the front. See how that goes. If this is too much, place your hands on the block. Otherwise, elongate your arms in the front and a little bit higher. Halfway down, back towards your chest. Halfway down. So don't touch the floor. Like a cobra has only spine, no arms. So not going to touch the floor for support if possible. And just lift up the upper body again. Inhale, just the spinal extension. Exhale as you extend your arms. Extend your arms. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back towards you. Exhale, halfway down. One last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, back towards you. This time, exhale on the floor and lift up your entire upper body. So come up into this full spinal extension. Again, keep pressing the palms down to lift up your trunk. Remember to breathe. Bend your both knees here. Bring your feet towards your head. Keep lifting your heart up. Remember to breathe. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Keeping your palms where they are and knees where they are. Just sit back in the child's pose. Hold it here. So we did a lot of spinal extension. This is a nice break. Don't let your hands slide back. You're just sitting back. So keep your hands fully stretched in the front. Feel the stretch in the sides of your trunk. The more you press your sit bones back, the more you keep your hands glued to the front, the more stretch you're going to feel. Remember to breathe. And bring the body weight forward one more time. This time position yourself a little more forward so the chest is between your two palms. So this is like your knee plank. And then bend your elbows, exhale, chest down, going for our first push-up. So bend your elbows, don't go down with your stomach and thighs. Go down with your chest, then elongate your trunk and one more time within this cobra position. This time lift your knees off the floor, knees up, not your feet, knees up. Feet are still flat, knees up, draw your body weight a little bit forward. Draw it forward and lift up your heart even more. Keep the shoulders relaxed. If this is putting pressure on your wrist, you can always keep the knees down. From here, flip your toes underneath, exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up, heels down. Hinge at your hips, lower your head towards the floor, lower your heels towards the floor. Hold it there, keep tilting your tailbone higher. So think of it as an upside down V. Minimize the rounding in the back. If at all this is rounding the back, you may bend your knees and then press your chest back more to your thighs. Hold it there. Now everybody bend your right knee only and press your left heel to the floor. So like a runner start. Keep digging your left heel into the floor so you feel a good stretch in the left calf. Your feet are still next to each other, right knee is bent, left heel is pressing down. And switch sides. Press your right heel down, bend your left knee, hold it there, remember to breathe. So keep pressing your right heel down. Left knee is bent, feel the stretch in your right calf. One more time, stretch your left leg, now bend both knees and rotate your toes to the right. Leave your hands where they are, just twisting your downward dog with knees bent. Rotate your feet, toes to the right, heels to the left. And come back to the center, rotate then the other way. Toes to the left, heels to the right. Just a simple twist in your stomach, in your trunk, in your hips. Your weight is still on those arms, knees are bent. Come back to the center, drop your knees, sit back, child's pose. Did a lot of weight bearing on those arms. Turn your palms towards the ceiling now. So just rotating those arms so that all 10 fingernails are touching the mat. So open the squares of your palms fully, not curling up your fingers. Especially notice if your thumbs and your pinkies are touching the mat. All 10 fingers completely open, opening the squares of your palms. Remember to breathe. One more time, both hands to the floor, walk both hands to the right front corner. Just a simple stretch to the right side. Your stretch is on the left side of the body as your hands go to the right. Now bring your right hand towards your right foot in the back. Both palms are facing the floor, left hand to the right diagonal corner, right hand to the right foot. Now make a circle with your left arm, take your arm, circle in, come up on your right hand, lift up your sit bones and just get a nice big circular motion. Bring your left hand to the right front corner one more time, just limbering that trunk. Now turn your left palm towards the ceiling, take it up from your left one more time, lift up your sit bones, go up in this circular motion and bring your left hand to the right front corner. Bring your right hand also back to the right front corner, both hands to the front and both hands to the left front corner. Keep reaching towards your left side, stretching the right side of your trunk. Remember to breathe. Bring your left hand back towards your left foot. Hold it there. Your right arm is reaching across the midline to the left. Now shift your weight to the left palm. Lift up your sit bones. Take your right arm from your left, making a big circular motion. And bring it all the way from your right to the left corner. One more time, reach. Now turn your right palm towards the ceiling and make a circle from your right side. Come up again, lift up your sit bones and make a big circular motion, stretching that side body. Bring your right hand to the left front corner. One more time, left hand to the left front corner. Both hands to the front. Move your body weight forward. Now lift up your knees in the full plank. See how that goes. So again, a little more weight on your arms, a little more weight bearing work. Remember to breathe. And if this is too much, you may keep your knees on the mat anytime you need to. When you are ready, lift up your right leg. So we are in this single leg plank. Modification, you may drop that left knee and then lift up the right leg. So again, listen to your body, not to me. I'm just suggesting, but you have to do what your body is ready for in this moment. Now right foot down, left leg up. Without shifting your body weight back and forth, without lowering or raising your hips. Notice if your shoulders are over your wrists. I see some wrists moving beyond the shoulders. So shoulders over your wrists. Body weight, yes, body weight forward. Keep breathing. Then again drop that left foot. Drop your knees. One more time, sit back, child's pose. Breathe. So take your time to relax in between stretches, poses. Again, come up on all fours. This time, Hips in line with your knees, knees in line with your ankles. Elongate your trunk and lift up your heart, lift up your hips, your tailbone. So it's a cow position. As you exhale, round your back, draw the stomach in, cat position. Next, inhale as you elongate your spine, lift your right knee in the back, point your foot up. Look at your right foot over your right shoulder. Round your back, bring your right knee to the right inner elbow with your exhale. Take your right knee back up, look at your right foot over your right shoulder. Right knee towards your left inner elbow diagonally across. Take your right foot back up one more time. Keep your gaze on that right big toe. Right knee to the outside of the right elbow, 3 knee circles. 1, 2, 3. Go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Kick your right leg to the right side. Flex your foot. Now, if you are ready for another weight bearing work, bring your right hand to the right foot. Hold on to that foot. See how that goes. If this is too much, you may hold on to the right knee with your right hand. So a little bit more weight bearing work for that left arm. Remember to breathe. You can also keep this right foot on the floor if needed. In the same position, bring your right foot behind you and hold on to that foot with your right hand. Hold it there, reach back, keep your knee in line with your hip. So again, weight bearing work for that left arm. At the same time, opening your shoulders, your hips, engage your core, remember to breathe. Now, keep this right foot up there, right hand to the floor. Bring your left hand to the right foot, look straight ahead, opposite hand to the foot. Hold it there. Shifting weight to your right hand, so your left hand to the right foot, look straight ahead. Remember to breathe. And extend your left arm, right leg. Hold it there. Extend your left arm, right leg, opposite arm and leg extended. Like your extended cow position. Breathe. Left arm, right leg, opposite. Bring your left hand to the floor, right foot forward between your two hands. Bring your right foot forward between your two hands. If you are ready, lift up your left knee and just come into this lunge position. You may still keep your hands down or on the block and just lift up your heart. Hold it there. Breathe. When you are ready, slowly start lifting up your upper body. See if you can bring your arms to the front. Keep reaching forward. So it's a forward leaning lunge option. You may keep that left knee down and then reach forward. Otherwise, hold. Now from here, rotate your left foot on the floor like it's a warrior position. Rotate your left foot, heel on the floor. Think of it like a forward leaning warrior. Keep digging your left heel down as you reach forward. Slowly start coming up. Keep the right knee bent and we are in warrior 1. So your left heel is not up at this point. It is still down like a warrior 1. Remember to breathe. Now straighten your right leg right where you are and go forward one more time. First just go halfway. Go parallel to the floor just like we came up. Just go here parallel, hold. Stretching this right hamstring. Bring your hands to the floor. Lower your head towards your right knee. If your hands are not on the floor, use your block. Place your hands on the block behind you. Or you may keep your hands by your hips. Or you may keep them by your shin. Keep stretching your legs. Lower your head towards that right leg. Breathe. Bend your right knee one more time. Pivot your back foot. Lift your left heel. Put your body weight forward and lift up your left leg completely into the standing tripod. Keep lifting your left leg as high as you can. Again, if your hands are not on the floor, keep them on the block. Otherwise, you may keep a table or a chair nearby so you can keep your hands on the table or stool. Breathe. From there, bend your left knee, point your left foot towards the ceiling. So it's like a flamingo balance. Your left knee next to the right knee. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. If this is too much of a challenge, For balance, you can keep your left big toe on the floor or hands on the floor. Keep the right knee bent. Hold this balance. Breathe. Your weight is on the right leg. Remember to exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Slowly come up to the standing upright position. As you come up to the standing up position, bring that left knee in your chest. Stand tall. So we went from horizontal position to the vertical. It can be challenging. Hold it. Keep lifting that left knee as high as possible. Stand tall. Continue breathing. Now bring your left foot to the right inner thigh. I'll show you from the front. You can stay where you are. So simply bring your foot up on the inner thigh like we do for the tree pose. If this is too much, you may keep your left foot on the floor like this. Otherwise, hands to your heart and then raise your arms towards the ceiling. So you're standing in this tree pose. Again, I'll show you from the front. It is keeping that knee open to the side as much as possible. Hold it there. Breathe. From there, bring your both hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Swing your left leg back. Bend the right knee one more time. And this is warrior again, but this time you are lifting your heart with your hands behind you. So bend the right thigh, lift up your heart, look up to the sky, go deeper in this back bend. Hands tied in the back or like a namaste position, like a reverse namaste. Place your palms against your back and keep lifting your heart up. Drop the head as back as you can. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Especially press the outer edges of your both feet firmly down. One more time, hinge forward at your hip. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, inside. Raise your left arm towards the ceiling. Bend the left elbow behind your back. Slide your right hand through the right leg. Bind your hands in the back. If your hands are not meeting in the back, you may hold on to a strap or a towel or simply hold on to your shirt. Wherever they reach, or you can just keep your hand against that knee and left hand goes back. Either of those are fine. We're going to do another balance here. Shift your weight to the right leg. Bring your left foot to the right foot. Shift your weight to the left foot when you're ready and lift up your right leg. See how that goes. I know it is challenging, but unless you do it, you wouldn't know it. You may keep your hands tied behind or bring your right hand to the right knee and then extend the leg to the front. If your hands are still tied in the back, well and good. And extend that right leg again to the front. Keep breathing. So either way, whether your hands are tied or you're simply holding on to the knee, both are fine. Continue breathing. Now cross your right leg all the way behind you to the left, almost in straight line. Turn your body to the left side, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So it will look like this, right elbow to the outside of the left knee and your palms together. You add this twist to the left side. Hold it there. Breathe. Keep looking to the left side. One more time, both hands to the floor. Drop that right knee. Drop that left knee. And sit back, child's pose. Remember to breathe. Body weight forward. Inhale. Lift your knees. Exhale. Find your position in the plank. You may stay there with your knees up and then go for the full push-up. Or if you want to drop the knees and go for 8-point push-up, that's okay. Just hold, breathe. And lift up your heart. Inhale, feet flat. Look up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Body weight forward. Inhale. Drop the right knee to the floor and lift your left knee in the back, point your foot up, so tail of the tiger of that left leg. Turn your head to look at your left foot over your left shoulder. Round your back, bring your left knee towards your left inner elbow. Take your left leg back up, look at your left foot over your left shoulder. As you exhale, bring that left knee to the right inner elbow, diagonally across. Take it back up. Again, follow your foot each time. Bring your left knee to the outside of your left elbow. I'll show you from this way. You can stay where you are. Just make knee circles. 1, 2, 3. Go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Extend your left leg to the left side. Remember that arm balance there with your left hand to the left foot. Your weight is on the right hand. Hold it there. Option, you may keep your left hand on the floor or simply hold on to that left knee. Or keep your left hand on the floor and just lift up the leg. So whichever is right for you. Hold it there. Breathe. This helps you with your bone density. Now bring your left foot behind you and hold this balance. Keep your right shoulder over your right wrist and looking towards your left side. Remember to breathe. Hold. Maintain your shoulder over your wrist. If your hand is behind your shoulder, it's going to be a lot more challenging. Keep it just under your shoulder. Hold it there. Breathe. Now left hand to the floor. Shifting your weight to that left hand, right hand to the left foot, look straight ahead. Opposite hand to the foot. Right hand to the left foot. You still have your left leg up. You're just shifting weight from one arm to the other. Again, working those posterior obliques. Now extend your left leg, right arm. Remember to breathe. Hold. Continue breathing. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Keep breathing evenly. Bring your right hand to the floor and left foot forward between your two hands. So again, keeping your hands and foot on the floor, just lift up your right knee first. Hold it there. And just lift up your heart, look straight up ahead. Your hands are still down. Right knee is off the floor. Remember to breathe. When you are ready, slowly lift up your hands off the floor. First, just bring them to the front. See how that goes. Again, it's like a forward leaning lunge. Keep reaching forward. Option, you can keep the right knee down and then reach forward if you need to. And slowly start coming up all the way. Now rotate your right foot. Breathe. Hold it there. So again, we are in this kind of forward leaning warrior. Your right foot is still flat on the floor. And you reach forward, hold it. Remember to breathe. Slowly start coming up in warrior 1. Lift up your heart. Keep your left knee bent, right leg straight. Heel of your right foot pressing down, outer edge of your foot pressing down. Go deeper in this back bend. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Remember to breathe. Keeping your left knee still bent, you start hinging forward one more time. Again, just going halfway there. Breathe. Bringing your both hands to the floor. Stretch your left leg. Hold this stretch here. Both legs are straight if possible. Lower your head to that left knee. You may keep your hands again by your hips or by the block behind your leg. So it's a good idea to have your block handy. Feel the stretch at the back of your left leg. Remember to breathe. Bend your left knee one more time. Move the body weight forward. Lift your right leg. Hold it there. Keep lifting your right leg as high as you can. Again, use the block. Or you may keep your hands on a table or on a stool or a chair if you have them near you for your support. Keep lifting that right leg up, reach higher. Now bend that right knee, bring it towards your left knee. Your right foot is pointing up. When you are ready, lift up your hands to your heart. So for modifying this, you may keep your right big toe on the floor if needed. Otherwise, hold. So keep pointing the right foot in the back. That will activate that right leg. Slowly start coming up. Stand tall. Your left leg is the working leg, weight bearing leg. If you find it shaking, it's okay. Just activating those muscles. Now lift up that right knee in your chest and tall. Compressing your stomach. Keep lifting your right knee as high as you can. Remember to press the left foot down to lift your right knee higher. Stand taller. So straighten the back of your left knee. Continue breathing. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Now right foot to the left inner thigh, just like we did the tree pose on the other side. Hands to your heart to begin with. When you are stable, steady, raise your hands towards the sky. All the trees teach us to stay connected with our roots, no matter how high, how far we reach. At the same time, not getting stuck. At the earth level, you can always reach higher. So keep lengthening, breathe, feel this lift from your hips, not just in your shoulders. You're reaching up in the entire trunk. Breathe. Keep the legs where they are. Bring your hands behind you one more time. So it's a reverse namaste. This is how it's going to be, like a reverse namaste. If your fingers are not fully together, you may just bring the fingertips together. However, it allows you to open up your chest. Then bring your right leg back one more time in that warrior position. And with your upper body turning to the front, lift up your heart. Keep leaning against your hands. Again, opening your heart, tightening the back. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Press the heel of your right foot back. Be more deliberate with everything you do, more aware, not doing something on cruise control habitually. Notice every inch of your movement. Where you feeling it, breathe. And one more time, hinging forward towards that left knee. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot and right hand up towards the ceiling. Right hand up to the ceiling, just reach up. Keep the left knee bent, right hand up. Left hand is on the inside of your foot. Now keeping the legs where they are, free up your left hand, slide it through your left leg and right hand going from the top to the back. Bind your hands if they are not meeting in the back. Remember, you can just hold on to that left thigh, left knee with your left hand, or you may slide a towel underneath or a strap. Now hold on to your shirt. Now shift your weight to the left foot, bring your right foot to the left foot. And now shift your weight to the right leg as you lift up your left leg. So always remember to shift your weight before you lift something. Always have your support system in place before you fly up. Straighten the right leg. When you are ready, straighten the left leg. It's okay to separate your hands. It's okay to just hold on to that leg. If your hands are not fully tied, that's completely fine. Remember to breathe, hold. Keep breathing. Again, you may find one side to be different than the other. Hold. This is the bird of paradise or Swarga Dvijasana. Then slowly again, bring your left foot down all the way behind your right leg. Feel that twist, both hands to the outside of the right thigh. Look towards the ceiling to the right side. To your right side, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Yes, in a twist, you always turn away from the front leg. So if your right leg is in the front, you're turning more to the outside of the right thigh. Breathe. Your left elbow is against right inner thigh. And again, face front, both hands to the floor in the front. Drop that left knee, drop the right knee. Now separate your knees. So knees are to the outer edges of your mat. Knees are apart, feet together in the back. And sit back into this wide hip child's pose. Knees are apart, feet are together like a frog. With your both hands, reach for the outer edges of your mat and literally lift up your mat. We do a lot of pushing in yoga, not so much pulling, lifting. So feel this lift. You sit back and literally lift your mat. Feel this traction in your spinal column. Breathe. Like you're pulling out the mat from underneath of your knees to the front, but your sit bones are sitting down firmly. Slowly let go of your mat. Walk your hands back towards you. Come up on your toes. And in this toe balance, knees apart. And sit on your toes, heels up, hands to your heart. Continue breathing. Keep your back as straight, as upright as you can. If this is too much, you may always keep your hands on the floor or keep your block in the front, hands on the block. Another option, you may keep your knees on the floor. So several ways you can modify these poses. There's no one right thing for everybody all the time. Listen to your body, breathe. When you are ready, raise your arms towards the ceiling. Lift up your arms, hold. Again, feel this lift in your spinal column. You're balancing on your toes. If this is too low of a squat for you, you can also come in this half squat with your feet on the floor and you're just bending in your knees. So you don't have to be all the way down if that's bothering your knees. And from here, we're going to chop our logs. So exhale as you chop. Bring your arms down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, chop. Inhale, lift. 3 more of these. Chop and lift. Chop, lift. One last time, down. Now bring your hands to the floor. We're going to do another arm balance. You may bend your elbows and literally push your knees apart. You may place your block in the front. See how that goes. Block can help you support your forehead. Bend your elbows, put your body weight forward. And you may bring your forehead to the block. If you don't need the support, you don't need it. Just lift up your feet 1 foot at a time or both feet up. If it doesn't happen today, that's okay. It doesn't need to happen today. Just feel the body weight shifting forward. Keep the elbows bent. Because you have the block in the front, you will not fall any further than the block. So keep the block in the front. If you are afraid in your head, hold it there. Breathe. Stay there. So again, all this weight bearing work helps you with your bone density. Remember to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Toes down. And relax for a second. Come up on your toes one more time. Wrist rotations. Breathe. We're going to do another one. This is a little bit more challenging. If you've never done it before, it's going to be challenging, but just see how this goes. So you bring the knees down, bring the head down, hands down like this. And just lift up your knees. If this is where you want to stay, you may stay here or bring your one knee on the elbow and stay there. Then you switch, bring your other knee on the elbow and stay there. See how that goes. Hold it there. So this is a 3-point tripod. Head and 2 hands down. Those of you can lift up both knees. Do that. Breathe. Feel your weight on your hands, on your head. Those of you want to lift up the legs completely, feel free to do that. Again, this is challenging, but unless you do it, you wouldn't know it. So keep going. Keep straightening your legs if your body allows. If you need to take a break, that's okay. Continue breathing. And slowly come down whenever you are ready. Alright, very good. Just sit back on your feet here into this Vajrasana. Keep the back straight. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Remember to breathe. Close your eyes, focus on your breath. Again, if this is too much sitting down for you, you can also place the block between your 2 feet or make the block stand up, and then you can sit with the support of the block if this bothers your knees. And slowly bring your hands to the sides, legs to the front, scoot to the front ends of your mat, raise your arms, lift up all the way, sit up as tall as you can. If you have your block, place it between your 2 feet. Align the edges of the feet with the edges of the block. This helps you engage your inner thighs, that supports your knees the most. Add that forward fold, exhale. We did a lot of spinal extension today, not as much forward folding. So look ahead and go deeper. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Look ahead and go deeper, elongating your trunk, not rounding. So somehow to reach the toes, if you're rounding the back like this, minimize that or eliminate and first lengthen. Always lengthen. Even if you can just go an inch forward, that's okay. But elongate, elongate, elongate. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Keep the neck free, so don't contract your neck to look ahead. Keep it in a normal, relaxed way. You just focus on hinging at your hip. Breathe. Raise your arms, inhale, sit up tall and start going down lower back, middle back, upper back in that order. Once you are down, extend your arms. Keep your arms extended overhead. Slightly move forward. This time hold on to the mat behind your head and pull on to that mat with your hands behind your head. So with your feet you push the front wall away and with your hands you pull on to that mat. At the same time lift up your mat. Literally like you're pulling it out from underneath this way. Again, feel this traction in your spinal column, lengthening your spine. Keep lifting up your mat with your both hands. Then let your mat fall off, remove the block and just stretch out your arms and legs, point your toes and fingertips away from the center with that full body stretch. Flex your feet, flex your wrists, separate your toes, separate your fingers. Make your ankle and wrist rotation. Circle your feet and fists 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Let your feet fall off to the corners of the mat. Bring your hands down by your hips, about 8 inches away from your hips. Fingers curl up towards the sky. Nod your head up and down like you're saying yes. Roll your head side to side like you're saying no. Release tension from your neck. Rest your head comfortably in the center. With your eyes closed, starting at the top of your head, establish your intention to relax. Make it a conscious process of letting go of all the thoughts, worries, desires, emotions, stress. Move your awareness through physical body, one body part at a time, making sure each and every body part is relaxed. Relax your forehead, let go of the wrinkles. Soften your eyebrows, space between eyebrows, eyes, nostrils, mouth. Put a little smile in your lips. Relax your chin, neck and throat. Soften your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms, fingers and fingertips. Keep your breathing deep, even, slow, quiet, without pauses, without jerks, through your nostrils only. And slowly bring your awareness back up. Relax your fingers, palms, wrists, elbows, upper arms, underarms, shoulders. Relax your chest, upper back, lower back, stomach, hips and glutes. If there is any tension lingering anywhere, visualize it melting away with your exhale. Re-energize that area with your inhale. Invoke the presence of inner healer through your breath. We have all been blessed with this inner healer. We just have to invoke the presence. Relax your thighs, hamstrings, knees, backs of your knees, shin bones, calf muscles, ankles, feet and your toes. Complete relaxation, you, your mind and body in total union through your breathing. One of the definitions of yoga is yoga karmasu kaushalam. That means yoga is skillfulness in action. And that happens when you are in this full union of mind, body and breath in whatever you are doing. Even if it's a simple chore as folding laundry or complicated work in a lab. Driving your car, talking on phone, making a dish. Keep your mind with your body, be fully aware of your breath, and that is your yoga. This physical practice just enhances the oneness of mind, body and breath. But don't keep your yoga practice restricted to this mat, this place. It's yours to practice wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Simply uniting your mind, body and breath in everything you do. Bring your awareness back up, relax your toes, heels, ankles, shin bones, calf muscles, knees, backs of your knees, thighs, hamstrings, hips and glutes, stomach, lower back, upper back. Relax your chest, your shoulders, neck and throat. Soften your facial muscles, chin, cheeks, jaws, eyes, eyebrows, space between eyebrows, forehead and the top of your head. Keeping your awareness there, gently bring your knees in your chest, one at a time, no rush, no jerks. Hug your knees, wiggle your toes, awaken yourself from that relaxed state. And gently rock your body forward and back, roll it side to side. Make knee circles in each direction. Alternate these moves at your own pace, front and back rocking, side to side rolling. So rock and roll on your back. or make leg circles or open your legs into a happy baby. Just massage your lower back. I thank you all for joining me in this practice. Please thank yourself and everybody here for taking this time out to be here, for sharing positive energy in your practice with everybody. Please join me in sending our goodwill out to the world. May there be peace, happiness, health, love, laughter and freedom to enjoy it all for everybody, everywhere. Roll gently to your right, then to your left. From your left, come up to the sitting upright position. We'll practice some breathing. So sit upon your block. That allows you a little bit of a lift. Okay, we're going to practice alternate nostril breathing with a hold or with a kumbhak in between. So bring your right thumb to the right nostril, right index finger, middle finger between your two eyebrows. Use your right hand like this. Right thumb to the right nostril, right index finger, middle finger between your two eyebrows. Left nostril is open. First breath is always exhale. Make room for the new breath to come in. So you exhale through the left, draw the stomach in. Now keeping your breath out because you just exhale. Close that left nostril with your right ring finger. So you're adding this retention, external retention of your breath. Inhale through the left. And one more time, close that left nostril with your right ring finger. So now you're holding the breath inside. Antaranga Kumbhak. Then you open the right nostril, release your right thumb and exhale first. So again, first breath is exhale. Keep the breath outside and bring your right thumb to the right nostril, holding the breath out. Open your right thumb, inhale. So you're inhaling to the right. And again, close the right thumb on the right nostril, hold the breath inside. Open the left nostril, exhale first. When you exhale, you draw the stomach in like you're squeezing the balloon. Keep the breath outside and close the left nostril one more time. Open the left nostril, this time inhale. Keep that breath inside, close the left nostril with your right ring finger. Open the right nostril, exhale first, draw the stomach in. Keep the breath outside, close the right nostril with your right thumb. Open right nostril, inhale. Close right nostril with your right thumb. Keep the breath inside. Open left nostril, exhale. And bring your both hands to your knees, index fingers, thumbs together. Let your normal diaphragmatic breathing follow, resume at its own pace. Inhale smoothly, evolving into exhale. Exhale smoothly, evolving into inhale. If you discover a pause in between, dwell upon it consciously or come back to the even flow of your breath. Index fingers, thumbs together, palms facing the sky, gesture of consciousness, chin mudra, ready to receive universal consciousness into individual consciousness. Again, this is another union, Atma with Paramatma. Yoga is union of mind, body and breath, and at the same time disuniting with the false identity and uniting with the universal consciousness or our true unchanging self. If
there are thoughts, let them come and go, just be with your breath. Whenever you are ready to finish this practice, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers in the back. Exhale, bow down to Mother Earth for all the kindness. Inhale as you come up to thank the sun for the energy and the light. One more exhale down, being thankful for everything we have and everything we don't have. Inhale up. One last exhale down in gesture of a yogi. Forgive as you go down. Forget as you come up. And we are done. Namaste. Thank you so much. We're going to practice our laughter on the back today because we started on the belly. So those of you that are new to the class today, we just laugh at the end of each practice because it is the best medicine. And today we're going to laugh on the back. So just make yourself comfortable on your back. Just go down on your back, keep your knees bent, relax everything. And laughter is a big exhale. So we start by inhaling first. And then start with a smile, giggle, bout of laughter, laugh it out as it comes to you. Laughter is an excellent stress reliever, painkiller, immunity booster, social connector. Keep that smile in your face, keep expressing your inner joy for no reason on the outside. Stay happy, healthy, kind, be well. Take care of yourself, love yourself, appreciate yourself, extend it to others. And now we are done. Namaste. Feel free to share if you have any thoughts, feedback. How did it go?
I have a tendency to round my
Round the
shoulders every time when there's something I feel it.
As long as now you're getting aware, I think that's good. So anytime now you're aware of your rounding back, shoulders, just relax. So that's good. The whole idea is about building that awareness. Breath awareness, posture awareness, and slowly you'll start observing yourself more and more. Have a great day. Namaste.
Bye.